Hi Steve, here's a little test I like to do for all my customers. I show them what an acid test is. This is actually your ring before it's all sanded down and looking pretty and whatnot. You can see it's going to be your ring. You look where the Anarchy symbol is on the side there and where it matches up with the 24K stamp. I don't know how well this movie's going to pick it up. The 24K stamp's right there. Doesn't pick it up real well in the camera. You can see the two. There we go. It's a little better. Anyways, 24K stamp in there. I also have a 14 karat ring, so you can see exactly what happens during this acid test if somebody's trying to pass something off for something that it's not. So the way this works is I got 18 karat testing acid right here and 22K testing acid right here. Got your ring, and this doesn't damage these at all. It takes off a very small little piece of little bit of gold. What this is just a piece of regular everyday slate, and what we do is we make a couple of marks here. Oops, it's kind of hard to hold this camera and do this at the same time. And we'll make a mark over here. Try to pick this up in the camera. Boy, I'm all over the place. Pick this up in the camera. See that? And then we're going to take this little 14K. We're going to make a little mark down here. So we got our three marks: 24K, 24K, and 14K. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 18 karat testing acid. What we shouldn't see now is if this stuff is 24 karat gold, this line, when I put the drop on there, should stay just like it is. Same way with that one when I put the 22 on. And we'll see what happens here. So we put a little drop right there. That's the 18 karat. That's the 22 karat. I'll put a little drop right here. Okay. Another little drop right there. There we go. Drop of the 22, and I'll show you what happens. As you can see, the line's still very much there. Nothing happens. This almost happens instantaneously. So you can see when it hits this 14 karat, what happens, and we'll start dissolving. See the line? I don't know how well the video's picking it up, but you can see how it just kind of wiped out. All the gold is floating up at the top, and the line is now missing. So if we just move this just a little bit, kind of see what's going on here. You're always going to have little floaties, no matter what. It's always going to happen. But you can see how the line's almost disappeared there, and the line's very solid there, and there is not. How well this is picking it up. I don't know if you can see the differences there. Still see a faint little bit of that line there. Trying to get this so show how unaffected that one is and that one, and how affected this one is. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can still see some of the line there though. I don't know if you can see that at all. So that's what it would look like if this was, and you can see what's happened to it. It's kind of like a little bit of weight down in there. You don't get that on the other two. It's just eating up the gold that's on there. I don't know, the camera's picking it up a little bit weirder than what I actually see down here, because what I see is it's gone, and this one on the camera it shows like a little tiny white line there. Oops, we get a paper towel. Let's get a rag here. Try not to disturb these. Just trying to blot everything. I don't know if you can see that or not. Smell my rag burning now. That's what it looks like. These two definitely are showing that that's way above 22 karat. This one's showing it's a high 14 karat, but it's not. It's just not there. It's missing. All the gold's now sitting. I don't know if you can see it. It's sitting over here. Anything that was attached with it. But those two lines right there are pretty much unaffected. That's what we look for when we test gold. So if anybody's ever shown you like an electronic tester, I have about 5 of them. I have about, goodness, I don't know how many thousands of dollars tied up in this stuff, and they all stink. They're all horrible. They'll range from anything from, you know, a 14 karat ring will show anywhere from 10 to 18 carats, and you never know what you got. You know, if I buy a lot of gold, like this ring, I picked it up more for the stone because it's a VS stone, than I did for the actual gold. But I buy a lot of it, and I want to make sure I'm getting what I'm getting. And this test will show me, although it doesn't pick it up so good on camera, I can visibly see that down here that that if they were saying this was 18 karat or 22 karat, that it definitely is not that. It should be unaffected. Like these are pretty much unaffected. The only effect was that when I dabbed them with the cloth, and I think I wiped a little bit off doing it that way. But it really should show no effect whatsoever, other than maybe some minute little tiny floaties up there that just didn't adhere to the slate. But you're really looking for this big type of stuff, this big reaction to where the line's like 99% gone. So hope this helps out. Again, if you get your gold tested anywhere, I think everybody should know how to do this and what they're looking for. So if you ever take a ring into a jeweler, or you ever decide to sell something in one of those cash for gold places, heaven forbid, because they only pay you like 60% of what it's worth, that you know, everybody's got to make money, but I don't think you need to make 40% on somebody on that high of a purchase. So anybody that's doing this, use an electronic tester. Watch the results very closely. Say you want an acid test done, you know what it looks like, you know what it should look like in the when it's being done, so that way you know what you're getting, also what you're buying. You know, if you go buy a ring and somebody says it's 14 karat or 18 karat, you know, you can perform your own acid test, and if it doesn't get up to snuff, then, you know, don't buy it. But you might have saved yourself $3, $4, a couple of $1,000s. God knows how big, you know, it all depends on how big the ring is. So anyways, I'll post this up on YouTube for you, so you get to look at it. You get to see your ring kind of before it's done. You also get to see your the melt I had in the other video, and you should be getting your ring. Goodness, it's going out. Should be going out later today. I think at 5 o'clock, 5:30. I think is when the pickup was. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helps out a little bit. Thank you for looking.